So now I have cleaned all the parts here, and so they look really nice and are free of grease and oil and old stuff. So I will just put this on. It can actually only be sitting in one place. This ring where the two pins here have to go through here, and so it sits like this. And if we flip it over, you can see how it works. Something like that. So this, the cam here will actually move on this and push on it. Of course, the springs here will pull it back again, but I will not put the springs in yet. It will be more easy to work with without the tension of the spring. So I will just put the part of it here, the aperture plate case, I think it's called, I don't know. But and then put in the plates, then put the cover plates on with the two screws, and then we are almost, on the correct way of assembling the whole part. The plate has to go in like this with the pins downwards, and we will just put it on. It's better to have it kind of fully open when attached part of the plates. It'll make it a little easier. So I can just do this and put in all the plates on top of each other. Sometimes it can be difficult to find the hole here or one of the pins. So there. It's good with a little lens sucker. It's also good for plates. So I really like that tool. And with a tweezer on the other end, it will be easy to just hold it down. So. And when the almost most of the plates are in, we have to fiddle a little with the last one or two plates, because it can be a little tricky to put in, especially the last one. So I will just have it here, and maybe I should do this and have it like this. Then I'll just hold down the blades over here, and hopefully I can dig under it. Yeah, you can see I can open it a little, but it can be a little tricky. Well, we'll make it so catch a hole. So now it's fully open, fully closed, but you can see there is a problem here. So now I need to put, to lift up this plate here. Or maybe I can, I can dig under it, under the other one. So something like that, I guess. Maybe I can lift this up a bit so it can come free. And that in that way I would be hopefully be able to put in the last plate, which can be a little tricky. So hold down here on those plates over here, and then I can put this under. And that way lift it up a little. See, something like that. Maybe I need some light here so you better can see what's going on. Then I can put the last blade in that way. It is a bit tricky. Something like that. Or we have to have that little pin. And so, hopefully I can push it into the, yeah, here it comes on to place, and all the blades are in. Then I should be able to actually move the aperture ring, following ring. Now you can see it open and closed, open and fully closed. Then I can add the cover plate here, and it can only sit in one way because there's a cutout here, and this pin over here has to go there. Then I have my screw holes here and here that goes down to here. So I think I will be able to actually assemble it and screw the 2 screws. Those are here actually, and because of the magnetic screwdriver, I should be able to add it here, hopefully. Yeah, I think we'll make it. Just have to get the holes. Okay, it shouldn't go that well. So I will just see if I can catch the holes here and at least put in 1 screw. So there should be somewhere here. Okay, here I have 1 screw hole, so I can add 1 screw, and then I'm safe home. Yeah, now you can see, whoa, works really good, easy to move, and so it will be really good. I will just add some. Maybe I should do that. Just take one at a time. Just add a little dab on the screw head, and it will be with the Loctite 242, which is the softest one of the thread locks. It's a purple one. So I can use a screwdriver. This one, just add a tiny drop here on the side here, just to lock the screw head, so there will not come any thread lock on the blades. So it will be there. Go a little backward, catch the thread. And then I can just take the other one to do the same thing. And then I should be all fine. And I will just do the same thing, just a little here on the side, not down to the hole, but it should be enough. And the thread lock should be enough for holding down the plate, the screw, so they will not loosen itself. Yeah, here we go. And I can just tighten it good, gently, not too much. So, here we are. Back on track, and then you can see how it works. So I can then add the springs, each springs to where they should sit, And with my little special hook here, you can see it's really fine. Hopefully I can grab one end of the spring and simply add it to the post here. So, little fellow, it is not that easy. How do other people do? Maybe use a string, or something like, no, it will, just to have it over here. Then I can add the, so something like that, I guess. Yeah, here we are. See, it works as it should. Then I will add the other spring here over the post here. And in that way. That's why I didn't took them off on both ends. And you have to go down to the groove here, so you can see. And then, yeah, that's all fine. It works as it should. So now I can simply drop this into the barrel here. I also cleaned all this with the isopropyl alcohol, so it will be all fine. Then, as you may maybe remember in the beginning, I set a mark here, and I also had my mark down here. And those two marks has to sit in line. And then I can put in the cam ring here. I don't think it's possible to put it in like here. Yes, it is. Wait. So we can have it here, and yeah, should be all fine. So this is when it's fully open with a. That's all fine. I will put it in afterward because I have my mark here where it should. So I will add it. Just get rid of this. So then I should be able to put this in here. And this one has to sit over here. Oh, we'll just have it here, so it will be easier to. This pin here has to go through the gap here. I'll just add this into here. It's a very tight fit, so one have to be careful. So we can see here. Where is my mark? Is down here. Is it all the way in? Yeah, looks like. Just need to adjust it a little so it sits correct. Where did my mark go? The screw sitting there. Yeah. So we just have to, loosen those a little. I also have those screws out. Just to clean all the stuff, and those screw I actually give a little thread lock to have them sitting into correct place. And then should be able to have this on here. there might be some adjustment here, I guess. So yeah, have it into correct position. We'll say there. Yeah. So now I should be able to put in my cam ring here, and then put in, I'll just tighten it a bit. So, and there. Now, then I can put in the cam ring, and it should of course go over here. This one has to be loosened a little. Need to push it away so it can come into place. And then I will add a lock ring to keep it into correct place. There. So it will not just move out. So there. Then this one can come into place. It's quite thin, and there it is. I don't think it's necessary to add any grease down here. I don't know, but it looks like it works pretty good. Maybe there has been some lubrication, kind of, could be, but it works really good. So not so much to put in grease in here somewhere. So then I can add this ring here. It has to sit like this, and maybe it will need some grease, but I don't think really. And it has to sit over here. It will say, if we hold it here, this ring has to go over here and sit like this, because the little screw hole here has to go between this. Hold on a second. It has to go down here. So, sorry. So we can hopefully see it here. Yeah, that's fine. So let's see what's happened. So there. And of course this ring will be pushed away. So you can see the screw hole is here. Just move it a little, so it will be easier to put in the screw. But I'm not sure if there should be any lubrication on this ring here, because it feels quite tight. And also this one, I think I will add a little grease. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. I do not have a repair manual for this particular lens. So, and since it will only be a very, very little amount of grease, so, but then it's just metal against metal. So, and I will only add it on the edge here. So there will only be very, very little. And I think I will go for the Hollenback XP, which is kind of good grease. but it's only have to be very, very little amount. So what to do? I think I will just add it on a brush. So I know that's too much, but I'll just go around on the edge here. Yeah, that's way too much. I'll just wipe it away. The rest of it. So something like that, and use a curtain bud to just wipe the rest of it too much away. Because I mean, it's metal against metal. I think there will be too much resistance here. But of course, the amount of grease will only be very light. So I think that will be all fine for now. And then I will, maybe there is a little too much here. Here. Yeah, I think that would be all fine. Then I can add this ring down to here, and it should be sitting there. Just move this part down here. So yeah, and then add the brass ring. I mean, at least the blades, the blade assembly. Well, I found a better idea of when putting in the aperture assembly when it comes to actually adding this mark I set in the beginning when I took it apart. It didn't actually show the correct position. So I was thinking, it needs to be aligned. So I think it's better to actually take out one screw. It will say this one here with the big gap here, and finding the little, you probably can see it here, this little well, boring or whatever name it has from the screw. So I think it will be easier to put it back in again and align it in a way. So I'll just take out one screw of the set screw here. It I think will make it a little easier. So then I can just drop it into here and hopefully look through the tiny hole here and see if it's correct aligned. Just need my tweezer here and then add it into here. So, and of course I also have the hole here in the bottom where I can look through and see where it should align up. So now it's into place. So my idea is actually one can look through the hole here and hopefully align it up correctly. If we look here, so I think it So now it's the correct position. So I know exactly where it should sit, and it sits correct. No matter what this this mark I set in the beginning when I took it apart. Well, it didn't line up because I only set it down here. I should continue up to the inner of the barrel here. But, well, you see, lesson learning. So now I can just tighten the screws here. Say that's all fine. Just not tighten yet, because we need to put in the lock spring. So just lightly. And I can also take the last screw. They're really tiny, those screws. So there. And where did it go? Over here. So going a little backwards to catch the thread. So there. Yeah. And now it then I can add the spring, the lock, brass lock ring here. Okay, yeah, I need to take that brass spring out again. Sometimes things happen, you know. So there should be. Keep a finger here, and then move around, and hopefully it will come into place. Just need last end. So now it sits correct, and then we can move on. Now I need to put in the next tube, which will also sit in here. I think I will not lube it because it's the coating here. It will make it quite slippery. Maybe need some lube, maybe not. I'm not sure. So I can just put this in here, and I have to align it correct. It will say it has to be on this side of this post here. So now it sits correct. And then I can add my screw here. So there. And then add the brass ring, so it will sit correct and locked into place. Be aware of this screw. You have to be very careful with the thread in here. So tighten it good, not too much. And then I can add this this ring here into place. Should be quite easy. It's easier than the deeper one. So there, and going around, and then should be able to add it into here. So now it sits where it should. Now I can add the next ring here, and maybe it needs some lubrication. Maybe I should add something, just a tiny bit. And it's also the Halimax XP, which in some cases is quite good, but it doesn't have to be a lot. Sometimes they need some kind of lube, and it only have to be a thin layer. It makes it a bit easier to move, but hopefully all the grease here will not go into the aperture plates here. I can just wipe away a little of it, so there is not too much. So there might have been something in there at first. I really don't know, because there was so much grease in there, so it was amazing. So now this fork here will go into the pin here with the cam, this pin here, and it's actually the one you move when you move the aperture ring. So it will come into place. Better see it from here maybe. So I can add it on here and gently push it on. It also needs the, you can just add the lock ring here. It probably needs some lube, I don't know. Let's see first how good it will be. So I can put it into the groove here, and down there, and then with a spade here, I think it works pretty good most of the time actually. So now you can see it sits where it should, and we can actually move this ring. So now I can add the where did that screw hole here? There. Then I can add the special screw. Then we are actually there. And can put it into the I mean, then I can add the aperture ring, the steel ball, the springs. So now it's good. Then it works. You can see it's fully open, and the blades will not be, is not sticky anymore, which is really good. So now I can add the aperture ring itself. Coming over here, there is a notch here, which will go in and catch this screw here. And let's see how it will go. Oh, nice and fine. Wow, much better than it was actually. Maybe there should be one, I mean, very light grease here on this ring. I'll just add a very delicate amount. I mean, there was something, but only has to be a very thin film. So I will put this on and catch this screw. So in that way, yeah, definitely good. And you can see it also works here on the back, and also inside here. Yeah, let's see, it's 16 and it's fully open here at 2.5. So I can add the little spring and the steel ball, but it will of course need some grease, but of course not very much. Let's see. And since I have a mark here, which I said in the beginning, this mark will be lined up somewhere around here. Well, we'll find it. Yeah, you can add this cover, this click ring here. Where's my mark? Should be somewhere around here. Should be up here. There. Which I set in the very beginning. But you can see this screw here, at least in my lens, is lined up with this, the lock screw, and the index mark here. So there shouldn't be any problem. So I can put the spring in. Where's my tweezer here? Then, and dab a little grease into that. Doesn't have to be much. Then add the tiny wheel bone. So there. Go on. So now it sits on top of it. Then I will get the ring here ready, because then when I add this ring, I need to press down here on the brass ring, so the click function will work as intended. So then I can press down on it, align up my mark there. It's good. And then screw in the set screw. It must be something like there, and keep pressing onto the ring. Then tighten the next screw, and the last screw will just go on. So there. Yeah, I think it's all fine. Let's see. Whoa, much better. It's really good, really good. As I'm in here, I'll just add a little thread lock to the small set screws here, so they will not just lose. Yeah, probably not the best thing to do in that way. I need something better, just to add a tiny drop. So there. And another one, just so the screws will not loosen itself. Maybe I should have done it before I add the screws. Could be, but it will dry up pretty fast. So there. Now then I can add the black ring here, and it can also only set in one position, because there is a notch here. This notch here will go over this screw, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. But of course, maybe this ring also needs some very light grease, I guess. Just a little dab. I think there has been something in here before. So I will also add something. And it's just a very thin film on it. There should probably be more or less. So I think it will be fine for now, just so I can see it will work. So put it on here, and then we can see this pin in here will move. What's happened if we set it to, let's say, because I'm not sure how this ring will actually work. I thought it would be kind of I'm not sure, but it works. But it sits correct at least. So this one sits there. Yeah. Then I can add the brass ring here, brass lock ring. Where's my tweezer here? No, this one. So this one can be put on here. And I think I will just add it here against this over there, and then it sits where it should be. Now then I can there is a small screw here, and it is the one screw that goes into this notch here, because then it will make the lens assembly, aperture assembly sit in the correct position. So I can just add that screw. Where's the screwdriver here? So there, really tiny, and so, and gently tighten it. So next thing is to add this brass spring, and before doing so we need to add a little grease. Seems to be already something, but we'll just add a little here, just a tiny amount. So, and I think I will also need to do something here. Looks like there has to be something. So I think it will be fine. Then put in the tiny spring. I think I will wait. I'll just put on the one of the screw first, so the brass spring will sit correct and not fooling around. So then add this spring into here, and since I have my mark, which I set in the beginning, I mean the what do you say, the disassemble part, it will make it a little easier. So there, don't tighten it yet fully. So and then load my screwdriver with a screw, and then I can add the spring, hold in the, no, add the spring, blah, add the steel ball, of course. I can move this out a bit. No, it won't work that way, of course not. Okay, it's not easy. What to do? Okay, this will work, hopefully. Then pull out the spring a little, then add steel ball into place. Whoa. So now it says where it should press in the spring. Then I should be able to actually add my little screw here. Yes. And then I should also line up the spring so it sits correct. So there, fine. Now it sits where it should. I can then tighten both screws. No. Then I'm ready to put it into the focusing assembly and say that's all fine. Let's see what's happened here. Yeah. Then I should be able to actually move the pin here on the back when this one goes in. So let's see how it goes. This screw for the notch here, which is actually the index mark, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. So there. Is it correct? Not yet. Not fully in, and we of course need this spacer. Has to sit there. There could be one in your lens, but it's not necessary. There is one. So now, see? So this pin has to be, we take it out again. So this pin has to be, when you set it at the 16, aperture 16, then you push this pin all the way over here, then put in the assembly and align up the index mark, then it sits correct. Release it and then it works. Now we can focus out to something infinity, and then I should be able to add my lock ring here, I mean the retaining ring on the back. Let's see here. Oh, this is one okay for that. It is, at least to screw it in just a little. So, and of course it's more safe to the back lens group having it out here. And then I can add my let's see, my tool here. and then tighten it good. So then we are back again, now with an oil-free aperture. So something is wrong here. Yeah, of course it will close when you close. So when the camera is mounted to, let's put it on a Canon camera. Let's see what's happened. And if we do like this, then I can fully open and close it. Now that's good. So if this camera is working, I think. Let's see. It's set on 16, and then I should be able to fire it. Oh, so now you can see how it works. That's pretty good. So this ring kind of set it into a position where it will be fully, well, not fully open, but you can pre-adjust it in a way. I'm not sure of the function of this ring. Maybe there are other people out there. But now I can actually put the front lens assembly in place. I think it needs some cleaning, but I'll just make another video out of it, how to do that. I can just drop it into here, going a little backward to catch the thread. That way, so. And so there. Then the back of the lens can be put in. And since I set a mark in the beginning, I set a mark here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Somewhere. Oh, here. Then I can just put this lens in. It's a bit dirty, but I'll just make another video out of it. I can just drop it into place. Then shouldn't sit that way. Yeah, I think there was something wrong because I couldn't find my mark. And it is there. It is. And I also have my mark here. So, and then just drop it into place. So, then add the have to move it a little. So there is my mark. Then add the retaining ring. Put that in here, and because so should go in there. So there, and then I can use my rubber tool here. Hopefully it will work, not this one, but maybe the other one, to just make it easier to screw it in. They have missing some of the stickiness over the years. It's old. So then have my compost lens tool. This is also fine. So yeah, and now we are back again. Now to a oil-free lens, which I think will be useful for me in many years. And yeah, that's all for me. You see you sooner. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.